Hello all, myself Rahul from Kamre, working as Assistant Professor in Sanjay Ghoraut Institutes, Atigre District, Kolhapur. Today I am going to convey you the information about OSI model. Now, after completion of this OSI model, the students will be able to understand what is OSI. What is the architecture of OSI? As well as in OSI model, there are different layers. Then students will be able to understand what are the different types of layers in the OSI as well as their functions. So this will be the objectives of this presentation. Now, this OSI model was proposed by ISO organization. ISO stands for International Standards Organization. It was established in 1947 and this OSI model was proposed by ISO in late 1970s. OSI stands for Open System Interconnection. The meaning behind this is that irrespective of the underlying technologies, underlying software and underlying hardware, the two machines or two stations will be able to communicate with each other. Now, most of the time we will be confusing about ISO and OSI. So don't be confused over here. Always remember that ISO is an organization and OSI is the model which is used for the communication purpose in the computer networks. Now, whenever the data is flown between one station to another, or in other words, whenever we say there is a communication established between two stations, then all the data has to be functioned properly. There is a lot of logic behind it, lot of functions happening when data is flown from one station to another station. So as per the functionalities, this whole scenario is divided into 7 layers. These 7 layers performs different functionality which will be helpful for each other. Now in OSI model there are 7 layers. First is physical layer, then data link layer, then network layer, then transport layer, then session layer, then presentation layer and application layer. So this sequence is very important because whenever the data will be flown at the source station, then it should be flown from this application layer to physical layer. Now we will see what happens here. Now assume that these two machines are there which wants to establish the communication. Now this one will act as source and this one will act as destination. It means data has to be flown from this machine to this machine. So here D7 means here data of 7th layer, that is application layer. So whenever the data will be flown from source machine, so data will be flown from application layer to presentation layer, then session layer, then transport layer, then network layer, data link layer and physical layer. Then it will be flown through any transmission medium, and again whenever data will be reaching to the source destination station, it has to pass through physical layer, data link layer, network layer and so on up to the application layer. Now whenever the data will be reached to the application layer at the source side, header will be attached. In header there will be information about the data. Now along with this header, data will be passed to the next layer, next lower layer, that is presentation layer, and at presentation layer again header will be attached for presentation layer. Means here in H6 will contain all the information about data D6 including H7. So same will be continued until data reaches to the network layer. But at the data link layer, header as well as trailer is attached. A trailer is used for checking whether there is any error in the data or not. And then at physical layer, the basic unit of the data is bits. So all the data will be converted in the form of bits, and this data will be transmitted through any transmission medium. Here it can be twisted pair, coaxial cable or fiber optic. Then after that, data will be reaching over here at the physical layer of destination side, then it has to be flown to the application layer at destination side. Now whenever from data link layer, whenever the data will be passed to the network layer, trailer as well as header will be removed. Then at the network layer, whenever the data will be pushed to the transport layer, then S3 header will be removed, and again H4 will be removed, H5 will be removed, S6 will be removed, S7 will be removed. Now here, whatever the original data will be there, this station will get that data. This is the actual mechanism for the communication between two stations. Now here we have to discuss the functionalities of these all layers. These are the layers in the OSI model. Now here, always remember that at physical layer, the basic unit of data is bits. Means all the data will be converted into bits. So at the at the source side or at the source station, whatever the data will be there, which will be passed from data link layer to physical layer, the data has to be converted in the form of bits, and that bits will be transmitted through the medium or any communication channel. Then it will be given to the physical layer. So here you can say that physical layer is responsible for the movement of individual bits from one hop to the next. Means hop is nothing but from one node to another node. Then at the data link layer, the basic unit of data is frame. Means at the source station, whenever the network layer will pass the data to the data link layer, it is divided and each unit is called as frame, and data link layer will pass that information or data to the physical layer. Here it will act as vice versa. So here frame is very important, because here the basic unit of data link layer for the data, it will be frame. Now here hop to hop delivery, what it is called, we will see it here. Assume that this station A wants to send the data to station EF. Now hop to hop means the data will be flown from or transmitted from one node to another network component throughout the network. Means when, first of all, if A wants to send the data to EF, then A will send the data to B, then E, then EF, right? So whenever the data will be transmitted from A to B, it will be hop to hop delivery, means node to node delivery. Again from B to E, it means hop to hop delivery, means B to E. Then E to EF is hop to hop. Means these two layers, physical and data link layer, are responsible for hop to hop delivery. Then at network layer side, again transport layer will send the data to the network layer and network layer to data link layer. Here it's vice versa. When data link layer will receive the data, it will pass the data to the network layer, and network layer will pass the data to transport layer. So here the basic unit of the data is packet. So here network layer is responsible for the delivery of individual packets from source host to destination host. Here, now here we will see source to destination delivery. Means here we are not thinking of sending the packets from A to B, B to E, E to F. Our overall assumption is that A will send data to F. Means it is called as source to destination delivery. And if you think of, A to B, B to E, E to F, it will be called as hop-to-hop delivery. So network layer is responsible for source to destination delivery, and data link and physical layer are responsible for hop-to-hop delivery. Then transport layer. The main function of transport layer is to divide the data so as to it will be easy to transfer the data from one station to another station. So transport layer will divide the data into different forms, and each one is called as segments. Means here the unit of data will be segment, and at the destination side all the data will be combined together to the session layer. Got it? So here main function of this transport layer is to divide data, it is called as segmentation, and here combine the data, it is called as reassembly of data. So transport layer is responsible for delivery of message. It is also called as segment or message. So here now whatever the data will be transmitted to the transport layer, it will be for process. Okay, this transport layer is responsible for transmitting the data to a particular process. Here network layer will send the data up to the station, but after station there are at any station there will be different process to be executed. So for particular process data has to be reached. So this care is taken by this transport layer. So whatever data will be there for particular process, it will be given to that process only with the help of transport layer. Then at presentation layer, same thing. Application layer will send the data to the presentation layer, and here at destination side, presentation layer will provide the data to the application layer. Now here this application layer will get data from user, because it provides the user interface. Application layer provides the user interface, and here presentation layer will provide the data to the application layer, and from the application layer user will get that data at the destination side. So overall summary of this layers is the application layer is used for allowing access to the network resources. Presentation layer is used for the translation, encryption and compression of data. Session layer is main function is establishing, managing and terminating the sessions. Transport layer is responsible for process to process message delivery. Network layer is responsible for to move packets from source to destination and provide inter-networking. The main function of data link layer is to organize the bits into frames to provide hop-to-hop delivery. And last, physical layer is responsible for to transmit bits over a medium to provide mechanical and electrical specifications. So now students will be able to understand, that what are the major functionalities of these all layers. Thank you.